Last week, the most important tournament of 2023 took place and FIFA players clashed for the biggest title of the season, the eWorld Cup Championship. Manuel from the team Hullet was able to win the finals after a dramatic penalty shootout. While watching his games, I recognized that he was actually playing a very simple FIFA and using the very basic fundamentals of the game, which gave me the idea that you don't need to overcomplicate things where you don't need. So with today's video, I am going to show you how he used a couple of FIFA fundamentals to become this season's best player in the world. Without further ado, let's roll. Simple and quick passing is one of his strongest abilities. In your build-up, you need to identify your next target as soon as possible and try to get the ball there with the safest way. This is exactly what I loved from Manuel. When he gets the ball, he immediately controls his surroundings and looks for the next passing station. This could be a player who is directly near him or a distant player who is running in behind the defensive line. The basic idea in both scenarios is that you clear the ball into the empty space with a single simple pass without overcomplicating it. You see the opportunity, identify the type of the pass, and execute it directly before giving the opponent a chance to react to it. In this example, he sees the player who runs in behind the defensive line on the wing. However, he also recognizes the two giants in front of him, so he doesn't force a long ball with the initial player. He immediately passes towards the teammate near him and then goes for a long lifted through ball, which ends up with a 1 versus 1 against the keeper, and he scores the goal. Basics of the game like this do matter eventually more than you think, which is why we prepared a completely free fundamentals course for you on the Guide Plus, which shows you the simplest mechanic on both the defending and attacking sides of the game. You build up the advanced steps on this fundamentals level, so if you don't want to miss any of those, make sure to click the link down in the description. Coming to another strong fundamental on the other side of the pitch now, the shape of the defense. I have rarely seen that Manuel broke that shape, and he was actually quite brilliant with his patience in the back. His own defensive style had a huge impact on his success. The key here is that you don't bring out defenders unnecessarily, so if you have an opportunity to defend with the midfielder instead of bringing the defender out of his zone, you need to exactly do that. As you can see in this position, he always tries to bring the furthest player back in order to have one more player in the defense and protect its shape. When the opponent looks out for the opportunity in the wing, Manuel has two options. He can actually select the right wing back who can instantly pressure the receiver by going forward, but this move is risky since it will open the initial space covered by the wing back. This could potentially break the shape of the defense if not played correctly. Instead of doing that, he drags his right midfielder towards that spot and secures the area. When the ball goes into another direction, he doesn't push the players from the back, but drag those back who remain forward and fortifies the midfield. With this, you can limit your opponent by far, and in the right time when he gets stuck without any other options in the hand, then you can select the proper defender and steal the ball away from them. The last part is very important. Having a strong winning mentality is everything. I know that most of you are going to underestimate this part, but listen. No matter how talented you are, you can lose everything in a single moment with a bad perspective. This is probably the most important aspect while playing FIFA. Your opponent might play better than you and things may not start the way you desire in a match. In this case, you can't lose your head and give up on everything you built on. For that, there is a perfect example from Manuel from this tournament. Imagine you're the highest scoring player in both the group and knockout stages. You have beaten hot players like Anders Wehrgang and you're in the grand finals. However, just in the first 15 minutes, you concede 2 goals and your opponent plays much better than you. Mark 11 gave him a really hard time, but Manuel didn't give up on the championship, even though he had countless chances to do so. He patiently defended his opponent's chances and efficiently used his own in a matchup where I could say he didn't perform so well. This is something that could be an example for any FIFA player. If you go into a match, the most basic idea you should have is that you can win it no matter what happens. This mentality will give you 2 or 3 more wins in the weekend league, where it helped Manuel to get the title of world champion. That's it for today's video. Embrace these points and you will already be a better player. Even though FIFA 23 is almost over, you need to carry on this knowledge of fundamentals throughout every single year. They are the basic principles and they won't be changing in the next title, which is EAFC 24. But if you want to already learn what will be changing in EAFC 24, make sure to check out our latest video where we already give you precious information about the upcoming changes in the next game, which appears on your screen right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next one, take care and peace.